All right. So this is just more of a update video and things like that. As you can see, I've had a little bit more time to do videos again, and I've been trying to get a steady stream of them going. And I've had a bunch of ideas, over the months and years, and I'm still putting them in my little book. But this video is to ask you guys what you'd like to see on this channel. Now, I know that the cop-out answer that I've heard before is do what you want to do. Well, there's a lot of things I want to do, and I don't have time to do everything I want to do. So I try to narrow things down to what I think you guys would want to see. I'm still doing stuff that's on the first page of my book that I never finished. It's still stuff I want to do eventually. So, and that was back 2-3 years ago. I wrote that down. But some of the stuff that recently has come up, for example, I see people posting a lot about Palladium books and how hard the system is. And I think it's a very simple system. So I've thought, hey, why don't I make a quick little series on how to, play Palladium book system. But if nobody's going to watch it, then I don't want to put a bunch of time and effort into it. So that's why I'm asking you guys what you would like to see. So number one, do you guys want to see a series on how to play Palladium system? Just curious. If so, maybe there's times I can bring guests on who also play it, things like that. It wouldn't be this long sprawling thing. It would probably just be more of a basic, so you have enough that you could jump in and play, and that's probably what it would be. It wouldn't be an in-depth here's how every mechanic works or anything like that, but more of basic type of how do you play this game kind of video. But when I was thinking about that, I was also thinking there's a lot of games I still want to get into that I have, such as Savage Worlds, Savage Rifts, and gosh, others like Dragon Age, Fantasy Age. I've got those now. I could even do it for a D&D second edition. I could do it for Pathfinder. I could do a lot of these kinds of things. But so I'm thinking a bunch of mini series about how to play certain games that I own. And one, it'll help me learn things or at least refresh. I'll be honest, I haven't played a lot of Palladium in a long time. It's not the game that my home group plays. I haven't even pitched that with them. In fact, the last few years, if I've played it, it's been online, and I believe I only played like 3 or 4 actual sessions of Palladium books. But I could easily do a video, I think, kind of explaining the basic gist of how it works. And so I'm thinking of doing that. I'm thinking of also getting back into doing some crafting videos. Now, those wouldn't be very common. It's not like I would do them weekly or anything like that. In fact, I don't want to say, hey, I'm doing this kind of video every Tuesday and I'm doing this every Wednesday. Right now, I don't want to do that. I don't want to restrict myself to only doing a specific type. But yeah, so there's that I would like to do, but I want to know again, do you guys like it when I did the crafting stuff? Is that something you want to see more of on this channel or not? So there's that. Would you like to see session prep with me? Would you like to see campaign prep? Last week, I posed the question about possibly doing a series on creating your own game system. And again, I'm green as green can be with that. I've never made my own system. But is that something you want to see? Is that something you want to do with me, with that? Let's see. Do you want, more live chats? Do you want more live plays? Do you enjoy watching people play a game online? I'll be honest, I can't do it. I don't have time to sit here and watch 2-3 hour sessions. So I don't watch a lot. Let's see. I'll continue doing like my little tip videos here and there and just my general, like the things that pop into my head that I'm like, oh, that'd be interesting to talk about. I'll still do those. I've been doing a lot of those lately. Let's see. Do you want me to cover more community topics, or do you think that there's enough of those and maybe I should avoid them a little bit or not do them as often, I kind of enjoy doing those. It's usually pretty quick, simple. I've watched a couple others videos, and then I jump in with my opinion. Flip through Fridays. I haven't done those in a long time. Is that something you miss and I should bring back? I have a lot of new books, so I could easily do it, but the question is if you guys want to see that. So there's that. I could do reviews on games I own. Let's see. Do you like stories? Would you want me to tell more stories about my individual games? Maybe it's a past memory, like of a game I played in. Is that stuff that you really enjoy? Because again, I love talking about this stuff, and I've done it in live chats and stuff. I've done it in person with people. But is that something you'd like to see? I thought about interviewing my players before a game session, or maybe even after a game session before. Not sure what you guys would think of that, but maybe that's something you're interested in. Going through my idea book right now. I could do a video on supplies for crafting. I could do a video on supplies for game sessions. So anyways, I really just want your opinions on what you think I should do with my channel. Because you guys are the audience, and if you guys aren't going to watch it, then there's no point in doing it, and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the interaction with you guys, and so that's what I want. I want the most amount of interaction I can get. I've met some awesome people. I've been able to game with some of the best people in our community before, and that only happens because of the interaction. It doesn't happen if nobody watches my channel. So, would love to hear your thoughts. You can leave it in the comments below. You could message me on Facebook, Twitter. I have a Facebook group now that's Tabletop Gaming with Juice. It's a group. Go join it. I post stuff like this in there. I post polls, things like that. So I will probably post a poll about something like this with some different ideas in it. And I'll leave it open for you guys to add things to it as well. But I would love, love, love your guys' feedback on it. So with that, I think I'm almost done. Something I kind of stopped doing was my D&D Basics series. Is that something you guys would like to see me bring back? I didn't finish what I had planned. In fact, I had quite a bit still left. But yeah, and maybe that's something I would do. But see, I feel like while I enjoyed it, I feel like there was something missing. Like it almost seemed to me like I needed to do it with somebody else, in person, not online over the Google Hangouts or anything, but I feel like it needed to be done with somebody, so it's more of a social thing with you guys and them. Especially for some of the things I was going to try and get into. So there's that. I've also thought about, because I used to do a podcast with Andrew Knapp. I've thought about asking him to do that again. And, not only doing that, but basically doing it over Google Hangouts and maybe asking rotating in a new guest every time we do something and trying to stick to a singular topic. And so I've thought about doing that. Whether it's Andrew Knapp, maybe he's too busy, or somebody else in our community, but that's an idea that's crossed my mind. I say Andrew Knapp because I have some very interesting conversations with him. We cover a lot of topics that, I don't think everyone's willing to touch on sometimes. And I think, in fact, I know he's a straight shooter. You ask him his opinion, he'll give it to you. And I'm pretty much the same way. And so it's always kind of nice, that you can just let it all out. So anyways, so there's that. And yeah, I don't know. Oh, and then the last thing I guess there is, would you guys like to see me cover or do anything special for BrigadeCon? I did a poll for this in my Facebook group, asking if someone wanted me to do a game, run a game, play in a game, do a panel, do a live chat, or something else. So, and the reason I ask is because I want to know who's going to participate with me. I mean, you don't have to necessarily be on my channel kind of thing, but maybe you want to try and play in a game with me, or you want to try and run a game for me, or you would love to be part of a live chat, or maybe even a panel. Maybe there's a panel that you would love to see me cover. There's a specific topic you think I'd be good at, or something along those lines. If that's the case, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts again. This channel would not be possible without you guys. I'm fast approaching 2,000 subs, and I'm excited as hell about it. You know, I think it's really awesome to be where I'm at today, from where I've come from in the community. It's amazing. I mean, I remember when I sat at 120 subs forever, you know. So I think it would be awesome to do something special for 2,000 subs as well. Maybe you have some ideas that I could do for that. Again, love to hear it. And, you know, I'll take everyone's feedback into account and try to do something really awesome. So that's kind of the goal, to try and do something awesome. And I love doing videos that you guys take well to, and we get a lot of interaction going. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it for this one. I haven't done a lot with my blog lately, but eventually I'll get back to doing that. That one takes a little more time for me, a little bit more thought. So I do it when I can, but it's not a thing I do every day. If you end up wanting to get it like day of, just subscribe to the RSS feed or whatever. I don't know a lot about how that works, but subscribe to it. I've got shirts over there, One Shot Group shirts, Juice shirts, Brasswick shirts, I think. So, yeah. I think that's it. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.